Lots of fucking in the new Avatar movie. Everyone's fucking everyone. You don't know whose kids who, you know, and that's all I'm gonna say. It's like Space Maury. We're about to watch The Rise and Fall of Bill Cosby by Internet of J. If you guys want to join us on Twitch, link in the bio, you can watch the video with me.
Wonderful. This is wonderful. And when you walked out, many people became attentive. You make me feel young again.
Oh my God, he's being so creepy.
You make me feel very excited.
Bill Cosby was a
I didn't know
cultural icon
that coming, dude. That shit's creepy as fuck.
for his role as Dr. Cliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Over
wild.
time, he became known as America's dad due to his homespun wisdom and focus on family values. Beyond that, he also created The Fat Albert Show, was widely considered the best stand-up comedian of his generation, and inspired many black entertainers. He was particularly well-liked for his trademark clean comedy and refusal to degrade black culture. However, his long and illustrious career took a turn for the worst when he was accused of sexually assaulting 60 different women.
60? I didn't know it was that many. Oh my freaking God, 60. What's up, Mello? How's it going, bud?
He was convicted in 2018 and sent to prison.
6-0.
3 years
That
later
is
in 2021,
wild.
though, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania
Dad,
overturned
bring
his
the milk
conviction due to
home.
the fact his due
Maybe
process
another
rights
day,
were
son.
violated. This is the rise and fall of Bill Cosby. William Henry Cosby Jr., or Bill Cosby, was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on July 12, 1937. He came from humble beginnings and grew up in public housing in Philadelphia. Cosby's peers knew him as a class clown, but he eventually dropped out in 10th grade to serve in the Navy. After his military stint, he went on to go study at Temple. It was during his college days in the 1960s when Cosby started doing stand-up. He became well known for his animated expressions and onomatopoeias.
You see, Noah was a carpenter, and he was in his rec room sawing away, making a few things for the home there. Hooba, 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 hooba. Noah. Hooba, 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 hooba. Noah.
Dude, he looks so young, Mayor. That shit's wild. Bill Cosby went to jail. Yeah, he's out now, I think. I don't know.
Who is that? It's the Lord.
Hey, thanks for
Noah.
the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it, guys. Much love.
Right. Where are you? What do you want? I've been good. I want you to build an ark. Right.
See, he was a good
What's an
comedian, man. Hey, what's up, James? Thanks so much for the likes, man. Just letting you know
His
I'm live on
charismatic
Twitch,
attitude
too. Come
often
hang out.
engaged the audience and kept them laughing. Oh, and Cosby was an absolute legend at acting out scenes.
To watch something like the Revolutionary War where one man is shooting against another, and it must have looked exactly like this.
Those faces. Dude, he could get a fucking round of applause like that by just making faces. People
In
hate him, but that's an
1965, he was
amazing
cast in the
talent.
show I
That shit's wild, you know?
Spy on NBC. It was the first
Sick
weekly dramatic
posture,
show
bro.
to feature
I
an
know,
African
it's
American.
not my
Although
fault.
several
I'm
southern
perpetually
stations refused to
online.
carry
That's
it,
the
I
na-
Spy
well,
was
terminally
incredibly
online. That's
successful.
the name. Look
Interestingly,
at
there
me.
were no black stuntmen at the time,
I'm
so
a
white
bad-
stuntmen would wear
I'm
blackface
bad.
and
I
fill
don't
in
know
for
what to
black
tell you.
actors. However, Cosby refused to
I like
do this,
being
which led to
online.
Calvin Brown becoming the first black stuntman in Hollywood. The comedian later won 3 consecutive Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor, which put him on the map. Utilizing his newfound fame, Cosby created a show called Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids in 1972. It was actually based on the Fat Albert character he invented for his comedy routine. Five-heading it, he used the messages for his thesis in order to obtain his Doctor of Education degree. I wish I would have thought of something like that for my own career, but sadly I'm an absolute idiot. Anyways, Cosby proved you could do it all. Go to school, perform stand-up, and be on television. What made it more impressive was that he did everything at the same time. Notably, Cosby was also famously involved in the marketing of Jell-O pudding pops. His likeness actually helped the tasty treat reach $300 million in sales annually. In 1984, Bill Cosby's life changed forever when he starred on The Cosby Show, which, like Fat Albert, was based on stand-up. Originally, he wanted his character to be a limousine driver so he could go on long comedic monologues. He also requested that his wife have...
He wanted his character to be a limousine driver because he wanted to go on long monologues. Does he think, like, the size of the car is, like, the amount of time the monologue is? Like, what the fuck? That's such a weird reason. Or is he just like, oh, yeah, I could talk to my passengers and the driver.
have a blue-collar job like a plumber. However, the executives preferred for the show to focus on an affluent black family without presenting racial stereotypes to generate audience loyalty. So they made Cosby an OBGYN, which if you think about it now is kind of ironic considering all the females he sexually abused. Anyways, they were known as the Huxtables and had 5 wonderful children. Cosby epitomized the wisecracking, eye-rolling, but tender dad. His family was black and wealthy, which hadn't been seen before on television at the time. In addition, many youth gained self-confidence by watching a black male doctor married to a black female lawyer raise their kids on television. Cosby even went so far as to hire a clinical psychiatrist to make sure black culture was never portrayed negatively. Over time, he became known as America's dad. Move over, Dan Bilzerian. Just kidding. Cosby's moral compass guided the way for many across the country. Cosby was extremely homely and viewers felt he was a powerful voice of reason. In addition, the sitcom was extremely relatable and wasn't afraid to touch on serious topics, much like how Cosby wasn't afraid to touch women while they were sleeping. For example, there were multiple episodes about how Theo, Cosby's son on the show, had dyslexia. His character arc was thought to be inspired by his actual son, Ennis. Cosby was frustrated at his son's poor performance in school and only later discovered he had dyslexia. So he helped Ennis work on his learning disability and significantly improved his performance. Ennis was so impacted by the experience, he enrolled in Columbia Teachers College and planned to set up a school for children with learning disabilities. Unfortunately, though, on January 16, 1997, Ennis was shot in the head in an attempted robbery. Cosby was on set when he heard the tragic news of his only son's passing. After being asked by a reporter regarding his feelings, he simply replied, "He was my hero." Ennis's death truly hurt Cosby, who
I see a
loved
bunch
his
of new
son
people
dearly.
coming in on
April
TikTok,
30th,
guys. Just like, you know, I'm live on Twitch if you want to come hang out. Link in the bio. We're watching the rise and fall of Bill Cosby over there right now, so come hang.
1992, The Cosby Show ended after 8 seasons. Throughout its course, big-name celebrities like Stevie Wonder made guest appearances, and future star Raven Simone launched her career there. The cultural impact of the show was tremendous.
That's funny.
It single-handedly revived the sitcom genre
and crazy, dude. She was so young back then.
Inspired other shows with a predominantly black cast, such as The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It wasn't until 2005 when Cosby's horrific behavior behind the camera began to surface. That year, a woman named Andrea Constant accused him of giving her pills, wine, and assaulting her. The district attorney at the time didn't pursue criminal charges due to lack of evidence. So Constant sued him in civil court and had several other women present similar stories. In Cosby's deposition, he admitted to giving women quaaludes for casual sex and settled the case for about $3.3 million. Remember that admission because it's important for later. In May 2004, America's Dad went on a controversial rant known as the Pound Cake speech at the NAACP award show. In it, he stated black women got knocked up by 5 or 6 different men but refused to parent their kids. Most significantly, he appeared to blame the
Isn't, like, his whole thing was not going towards, like, stereotypes, and now he's, trying to, like, push the biggest stereotype out. That's so... the rise and fall, literally.
For getting shot in the head in a scenario in which they stole pound cake.
People getting shot in the back of the head over a piece of pound cake. And then we all run out and we're outraged. Oh, the cop shouldn't have shot him. What the hell was he doing with the pound cake in his hand?
Shockingly, he was quite unapologetic for his statements, which led to a large part of the black community to stop supporting him. But they would be in for an even bigger surprise later on. Fast forward 10 years to 2014. During a show in Philadelphia, the stand-up comedian Hannibal Buress called out Cosby for harboring a smug black person.
So, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so glad he called him out. This is when stuff started, like, rolling against him.
He felt it was uncalled for considering he was a rapist and told people to Google it.
As the fucking smuggest old black male public persona that I hate. This gets on TV. Pull your pants up, black people. I was on TV in the 80s. I can talk down to you because I had a successful sitcom. Yeah, it was great women, Bill Cosby, so kind of brings it down a couple notches. I don't curse on on stage. Well, yeah, you're a rapist, so take you saying lots of motherfuckers on.
I've seen some comedians with like the weirdest rules on stage, but are like the worst people off stage. You know, I'm a stand-up comedian if you don't know, and it's just like they have like vegan and like religious like rules when it comes to the stage, but in their personal life they're like, forget about it. You know, I have no regards towards that.
Bill Cosby himself, if you weren't a rapist. For the most part, it's fucking public Teflon image. I've done this bit on stage, and people don't believe. People think I'm making it up. I'm like, Bill Cosby, there's a lot of rape allegations. No, you devil. That shit is upsetting. If you didn't know about it, trust me. When you leave here, Google Bill Cosby rape.
And while they did, which reignited public interest in the case, so much so the new district attorney Kevin Steele reevaluated the charges against Cosby. It was ironic that a stand-up comedian sparked the downfall of perhaps one of the greatest stand-up comedians of all time. In a strange attempt to combat the toilet water tsunami of bad press that followed, Cosby tweeted, "Go ahead, meme me." This backfired horribly though, as Twitter users went buck wild using the hashtag Cosby meme.
Did
I
he
have to
actually?
admit,
That's
this one
wild.
was pretty funny though. I'm genuinely not sure what his PR team was trying to accomplish. They truly made everything worse. By the end of November 2014,
bad.
a multitude
They
of
should
women
not
had
have
come
done that.
forward accusing Cosby of assaulting them, including supermodel Janice Dickinson. She claimed he gave her wine and a pill that was for menstrual cramps. Dickinson then woke up the next morning with male sex juice between her legs. In December 2014, Judy Hutt accused America's Dad of taking her to the Playboy Mansion and forcibly touching her when she was just 15. In May 2015, actress Lily Bernard met Cosby for a drink in his hotel room for a so-called mentoring session. She trusted him and looked up to him like a role model. However, she was later drugged and raped. Sadly, being drugged was a common theme among his accusers. Many women revealed he gave them a pill that was either herbal medicine for headaches or to help them relax. As a result of the allegations against Cosby, Netflix shelved the 77-year-old stand-up special Bill Cosby 77. Reruns of The Cosby Show were also pulled from TV. Finally, on December 20th, 2015, Bill Cosby was arrested and charged with sexually assaulting Andrea Constant but maintained his innocence. This is the same woman he settled out of court with for sexually abusing in 2005. And the same woman who the district attorney didn't file a criminal case on behalf of due to lack of evidence. The timing was critical as the charges were filed right before the 12-year statute of limitations expired. Cosby almost got away. 60
They
women
fucking
in total
got a buzzer beater on that shit. I didn't even know that. I didn't know they were fucking fighting time on that.
Coming forward against
That's
the comedian.
wild.
In June 2017, the case against Cosby was declared a mistrial. By then, he had gone completely blind due to a medical condition called keratoconus.
Oh, he's
Cosby would
blind
also
now? What the fuck? I'm learning so much. He's blind now? What the fuck?
later lose his daughter Ensa at the age of 44 from renal disease. During the retrial in 2018, 5 more accusers were allowed to present their testimony. Cosby, of course, emphasized he had done nothing wrong. His legal team heavily argued he was merely a victim of the Me Too movement. However, he was ultimately convicted on 3 counts and sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison. Cosby was sent to SCI Phoenix,
let's see if I can actually stop him. Let's see. I don't think I can.
maximum security prison in Arizona. Cosby immediately appealed this decision for 2 reasons. One, the prosecutor back in 2005 previously offered him a no prosecution agreement in order to get him to provide 4 depositions to help Constant win her civil suit, which she did. And well, Cosby happily agreed since he was told he wouldn't be charged criminally. But he was, something he felt never should have happened. The tricky thing was the offer wasn't in official writing but was recorded in a press release. The second reason for the appeal was that the judge allowed Cosby's civil depositions from 2005 in which he revealed he gave women quaaludes for casual sex to be played. This essentially had Cosby incriminate himself, which violated his Fifth Amendment rights. Cosby's appeal was denied in 2019, so his legal team took the case to
Dude, he's so slimy and he has so much money. He can get out of these things. That's so fucked, man.
Supreme Court of
It's so
Pennsylvania.
fucked.
Interestingly, the comedian was eligible for parole around that time, but only if he registered as a sex offender. Cosby refused to do this and revealed he would rather serve his full sentence than admit guilt. I have 8 years and 9 months left. When I come up for parole, they're not going to hear me say that I have remorse. In June 2021, the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania ruled that his due process rights were violated. They felt the no prosecution agreement should have been honored and that the depositions in exchange for that agreement were unfairly used against him. As a result, he was a free man. In May 2022, the U.S. Supreme Court refused to hear a bid to overturn the overturned conviction. Currently, Bill Cosby is no longer seen as America's dad, but rather as America's rapist. The wholesome image he painstakingly curated over decades is now tainted. He was once a pillar of the African American community and inspired countless people. He even funded scholarships and donated to institutions of higher learning to help kids in need further their education. While he did get released from prison due to intricate legalities, that still doesn't mean he's innocent. I mean, 60 women accused him of sexual misconduct. Even if you half that number, it's still insane. It's truly repulsive he was able to do what he did for so many
60 women. That's insanity, dude.
years. Personally, I can't watch his show or comedy routines anymore without wanting to vomit. However, Dave Chappelle felt it was difficult to condemn Cosby so easily. He believed he saved more than he raped.
Let's not forget, I've never met Bill Cosby, so I'm not defending him. But let's just remember that he has a valuable legacy that I can't just throw away. I remember that he's the first black man to ever win an Emmy in television. I also remember that he's the first guy to make a cartoon with black characters where their lips and noses were drawn proportionally.
That's true, man. That's just, still, man. 60?
I remember
60? That's fuck ton.
He had a television show that got numbers equivalent to the Super Bowl every Thursday night. And I remember that he partnered up with a clinical psychologist to make sure that there was not one negative image of African Americans on his show. I'm telling you, this is no small thing. I've had a television show. I wouldn't have done that shit.
All right.
Gave tens of millions of dollars to African Americans.
Oh, they just let me win.
And is directly responsible for thousands of black kids going to college. Not just the ones he raped.
Jeez. That's a good joke, though.
Here comes the kicker. You ready? Here's the fact that I heard but haven't confirmed. I heard that when Martin Luther King stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and said he had a dream, he was speaking into a PA system that Bill Cosby paid for. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No way. That's wild. Is that true?
He rapes, but he saves.
Jeez.
And he saves more than he rapes, but he probably does rape.
Regardless of your opinion, though, I think we can all agree Cosby's actions were deplorable. I also want to point out he's still facing legal troubles to this very day. The now 84-year-old was sued by 5 women in December 2022 thanks to a new New York law that allows civil action for sexual abuse regardless of when it occurred. While the law doesn't allow for criminal charges, it's still a step closer to justice. I sincerely hope Bill Cosby faces the full consequences for his actions. After all, considering he preached negative behavior was unacceptable throughout his entire career, why should he be any exception?
All right, moving on.
We are also extremely
Oh, shit, let's check this out. So Brittney Griner posts a statement on Instagram following her release. So we actually get a statement from Brittney. This is interesting.
Holiday season for the news of Brittney Griner returning home, and she just posted a statement on Instagram. I am elated to share with you where she thanked all those who supported her release, including President Biden. Her message reads in part, "It feels so good to be home. The last 10 months have been a
man, I love living in America and not Russia. Am I right, guys?" The things you can do when you live in America. Am I right? She can smoke all the weed here. She can smoke all of it here. Just stay in America, dude. Just stay here. Look it. I could do that. You could do that. Come out. Come to the stream. Smoke with me. I'll have all the pens that you want. But let's see what she has to say.
battle at every turn. I dug deep to keep my faith, and it was the love from so many of you that helped me to keep going. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone for your help. I'm grateful to each person who advocated for me, especially my wife, Sherelle Griner, and my family. I also want to make one thing very clear. I intend to play basketball for the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury this season, and in doing so, I look forward to being able to say thank you to those of you who advocated, wrote, and posted for me in person very soon.
I mean, if she doesn't play basketball, the Russians literally win, you know? And I kind of want to hear stories from her. I want to hear more stories. Like, what the fuck happened over there? Like, I want to hear, like, an autobiography. I expect Netflix to be dropping a documentary, like, ASAP on this shit. I want to see some shit. I want to know what it's like in those Russian prisons, dude. I want to know. I want to see that shit, dude. I think that shit's so interesting.
We only got a few seconds to say something here, so I'll speak on behalf of everybody here from the standpoint that we're incredibly ecstatic
What
that
up,
she is home. She should have never been detained in Russia. We understand that.
Definitely.
Our blessings go to her and her wonderful family and loved ones and everybody who supported her, because there were a lot of people who did support her. We can sit up there and go back and forth.
And we don't need Brittney. She's ass anyways. Yo, she should just, all this attention now, she should actually try out for the NBA, because apparently women can do that now. That's what I didn't know. Apparently women can just try out for the NBA. Maybe some Storm 4. Definitely some Warzone. But check out my new YouTube channel, man. I'm posting a bunch of my VODs there and shit if you want to check it out. And I'm going to be, like, interviewing stand-up comedians soon. So go subscribe to that. They have the WNBA. But legally, they're allowed to... Women are allowed to join the NBA, the NFL, but men aren't allowed to join the WNBA. I think I saw, like, a law about that.
Like people have tried to do as to the circumstances which led to her return.
Dude, I don't have NBA 2K23. If you want to buy it from me, I'll play it with you.
But the bottom line is, any of us should be incredibly grateful that she is home. And it's just a reminder that no matter how bad things can...
Yo, it is wild that she's home. Like, it's fucking awesome that she's home. I don't know. Like, I did not think she was going to be able to make it, dude.
Seems sometimes here in America, it's a lot worse in a lot of other places.
Shaq in the WNBA? Dude, that would fucking... Dude, I mean, isn't Brittney Griner like the Shaq of the WNBA? Like, she's like, she can dunk, she can do all like the cool ass shit. That's, I mean, she's like the best asset the WNBA had, you know?
Let's keep that in mind, and our prayers are with her, and we're just thankful that she's home, healthy, and that she's gonna bless us all with her presence in the WNBA this season, because they did a phenomenal job supporting that young lady. They stood by her. They were organized.
Yeah,
they were
awesome.
heartfelt. They were passionate, and they were consistent.
She's like the best player. That's like LeBron James, like being kidnapped and stuff. Of course they're going to advocate for her, for sure.
The entire basketball community and beyond stood by her and supported her, and we are so happy that she is back and she's going to be playing. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube for live streaming sports and premium content.
That's wild, though. That's wild. But let's move on to the next one. I want to watch this one called Gator Attacks Man Who is Watching Hands in the Pond. That is fucking terrifying. I've done that, like, countless times. I've gotten, like, poop or, like, weed or, like, alcohol on my hands, and I go wash it in the fucking pond, and then... Like, it's fine, but, like,
Man was lucky to get away with all of his limbs after officials say a gator attacked him in Florida.
Jeez. On his arm was a pretty deep...
Oh, my God. Is that Sam Hyde? What the fuck? Sam Hyde is a boxing coach and a doctor now? What the hell is he doing?
Tear of his flesh in his arm there.
It happened in Sanibel when a man bent down to wash his hands in a pond and got a scary surprise.
He was by the water's edge, where the gator's known to be, and whether he saw it or not, the gator reached up and grabbed his arm.
Rescuers say when they arrived, he had a temporary tourniquet wrapped around his arm, which may have saved his life. It didn't take long for the culprit to be found.
How do they know that's the exact gator that attacked him? Like, that could just be some innocent gator that they're picking up. Like, cops, like, do that shit with people. How do we know that they're not doing that with fucking gators?
Officials say the gator is well known in the area, but it was time for it to go. A report says Florida's Fish and Wildlife Agency captured it.
We knew this man. He had sharp teeth and he was green.
And it will be euthanized. This story is a cautionary tale that you don't need to be in water to attract danger.
The biggest thing is to understand that this can happen.
The news is just trying to scare you about everything. They're like, you can be attacked by a gator and you don't even have to be in water. Watch out, people. Like, what the fuck? Why does everything have to be scary?
And the best thing would be to prevent it. So be careful near water's edge.
For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
Wild. All right, moving on to the next one. Did Harry and Meghan hide out in Tyler Perry's house? Dude, imagine that. Imagine Medea opening up like the Tyler Perry's mansion home. Like, oh, what's up, baby? Oh, we got the king and queen. Oh, come on in. You know, that'd be hilarious, dude. Like, how did Harry and Meghan know Tyler Perry? Is it because they're just rich and barrelful and have money? Like, I don't, like, how do these two people fucking connect? This is wild.
In Meghan's docuseries that dropped today, they offer a close-up look at their private lives, including bath time with baby Archie and some moments with their A-list friends.
We're seeing for the first time Meghan and Harry.
And they know Oprah. They know Oprah. They're from England. I don't even know Oprah, and I'm on the same fucking continent as her. How do they know Oprah?
Watching their bombshell interview with Oprah at the same time the rest of the world saw it. A protective Harry covers Meghan's eyes, who's 6 months pregnant, when negative headlines are shown on screen. Afterward,
don't control me. That's kind of annoying, though. Just, I'm not a child. Don't cover my eyes.
The couple laughs nervously.
Oh my God.
The next day, the couple is starstruck when they receive a supportive text message from Beyonce.
No, okay. Beyonce just texted. Really meant.
Shut up.
Just checking in.
Just checking in.
She's like, now that the queen's dead, I am the new queen. I am Queen Bee. Get it right. You are my prince and princess now. I am taking over as royalty. This is a hostile takeover as Beyonce.
It's casual.
I still can't believe she knows who I am.
Other famous personalities are seen befriending the embattled couple, including entertainment mogul Tyler Perry, who offered up his Beverly Hills mansion to...
Just imagine that. Just imagine that. Medea opening the door like, oh, child, come on in. You know, that'd be hilarious.
Meghan and Harry, without having ever met them in person.
Thanks to another amazing friend who we've never met, but who believes in us and wants to help.
Meghan and Harry fled to Tyler Perry's property after paparazzi discovered them on Vancouver Island, Canada, where they were hiding out with baby Archie in 2019.
That's another one there. Paparazzi vehicle.
I was just a wreck. I was just crying and crying.
In the documentary, Perry states he offered to help because he believed Meghan was being emotionally abused by the palace and British media.
British public opinion is that it's all Meghan's fault. She's a controlling woman.
This woman was abused. To use the institution to try and do all the things that a batterer would do, like, oh, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut off the money. We're going to not leave you security. We're going to do all those things to make you comply and come back.
At Perry's mansion, the couple says they found bliss. We see baby Archie take his first steps.
Archie took his very first steps right here.
And also see them celebrating his first birthday.
We were there for 6 weeks and no one knew. My family still thought I was in Canada.
Harry and Meghan find themselves on the cover of the new People magazine.
This is the first time we've really seen an inside glimpse. Meghan and Harry are doing this on their terms, sharing home videos and photos that are really precious to them.
The documentary also shares other sweet moments. There's baby Archie enjoying a bath and giggling with his rubber ducky. At their current home in Montecito, here he's learning to play Twinkle Twinkle.
I'd be pissed if my parents left a fucking monarchy a little bit. I'd be like, you guys, I could have been a prince. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's a weird situation there. I don't know.
There's daughter Lilibet at her first birthday party.
Just seeing Archie running across the lawn and this big smile. This is home to him. This is home to Lily. I get to do things with our kids I would never be able to do in the UK.
The Harry and Meghan docuseries is currently the third most popular show on Netflix.
Hey, we gotta check it out for sure. Well, it's because I feel like the reason why it's so popular too is because like Americans and people from the UK and England are both obsessed with the royal family. I mean, I'm obsessed with them. I find it very interesting. It's a weird dynamic, you know. It shouldn't be a thing anymore, but it still is, you know. It's so weird that it's still a fucking thing, you know. But hey, do what you got to do, right? I don't know. I ain't judging too much. Next one is how Santa saved a man during a Christmas lunch. That's pretty cool.
Is in the
Oh, and real quick, I see a bunch of new people coming in and out on TikTok. If you want to come hang out, link in the bio on Twitch. Link in the bio on TikTok to come to my Twitch. That'd be super cool. And I'm going to run a quick ad on Twitch. The easiest way to support me is just by clicking on this or subbing, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. How Santa saved a man during a Christmas lunch.
gift-giving business, we already knew that. But what he did for 81-year-old Tom Webster may be the ultimate present.
Merry Christmas, Tom. Good to see you again.
Webster was enjoying a community Christmas lunch in his UK town when he collapsed.
I was slumped in the chair with my head down the side there.
Webster was certainly in the right hand.
Boy, me head, brave. And then Shanty came up to me, bruv.
Santa, born John Paul Gilmore, was waiting backstage and is a former emergency nurse who now runs his own community
fucking great dude.
ambulance service.
He had no colour whatsoever in his face. He wasn't responding at all, and there was no breathing.
4 chest compressions later, Webster was back to life.
Remarkably, Tom's first response was, ouch. And the second response was, which I've never heard before, was, where's my present?
Well, there was no present, or one could argue that the gift was that Webster is able to celebrate another Christmas, healthy and at home. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
That was a cute little story. All right, moving on to the next one. Clippers fans get knocked out by security. This is like TMZ top 3. TMZ, if you need more social media help, I got you. But TMZ puts together like 3 clips. I think it's a Clippers fan getting knocked out, Elon Musk getting booed, and is that it? Oh, LA Sheriff's deputy caught in sex romp while on duty. All right, let's check it out. Wait, what? Dude, it sounds like Uncle Ruckus. Yeah, I have no idea what he's saying there. Is he saying, like, well, move then? Well, move it then? I don't know. That's all I could hear. I don't know. You're gonna rip my underwear, and then it sounds like he's like, oh, well, move it then, or something. Uncalled for. He didn't need to get punched. He just like told you to get your hands off of him. Yeah, I don't think that deserved a punch. Yeah. Been booed for anything in my life on stage. I've been doing comedy for like 5 fucking years, you know, and I've never been booed.
Weren't expecting this, were you? That sounds like some of them people you fired.
Oh, we've all seen that. Elon, bad looks, dude. Looking weak. And speaking of Elon, suspended Twitter journalist bashes Elon Musk while suspended. Let's see what's up.
Do you think that Elon viewed
your reporting, aside from the Elon Jet account, just viewed your reporting as negative?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like several other journalists besides me also got, suspended from Twitter yesterday. And as far as I know, they were all just about the Elon Jet, like posting screenshots or whatever of where you can find the Elon Jet information. But yeah, like I know that they've been very critical of Elon Musk and of Twitter, including, a report about how Elon Musk's free speech Twitter that has brought back Donald Trump, brought back Marjorie Taylor Greene, refuses to bring back distributed denial of secrets, which is this transparency organization that publishes hacked and leaked documents.
Yeah,
they were banned in 2020 during the Black Lives Matter protests because they published a bunch of police documents that showed police misconduct and spying on activists.
Does he refuse to bring it back, or does he not know about it? He probably knows about it. This guy and like other people have probably brought his attention to it. He just doesn't care. But that's my main question. Is he just refusing to look at it, or like what's up? Like, why wouldn't he bring that back?
And they've been like banned, but also links to their website have been suppressed for 2.5 years. And so that's like one of the stories that I wrote about. And I also wrote, several other in the last few weeks. He could do whatever he wants, but it's super hypocritical. And I think that the biggest issue with this is that Twitter has been such an influential platform for so long that a lot of people, including me, have like large followings. And so, as Twitter drowns, all of these people are going to lose their followings. And I think that journalists especially have, are very addicted to Twitter and use Twitter a whole lot. And kind of, their online lives live on Twitter. And so they're going to have to rebuild those online lives. And so I think that's the issue, is the like,
yeah, you're messing with journalists, and those are probably the most annoying people you can mess with, right? I don't know. That makes sense. The Kardashians throw a Christmas party for all their businesses. Let's be honest, I clicked on this. I don't really like the Kardashians, but I feel like a Christmas party that they throw is just insanity. I would love to. And if they don't have an open bar, I am pissed. Like, why wouldn't a multi-billion-dollar people have a open bar? But let's see if they have an
Christmas party, look at her go. Yes, baby.
All right, it's a Kardashian Christmas party where everyone gathered to celebrate family, friends, but more importantly, money, money, money!
They were celebrating all of the daughters' brands.
So this is like their office party.
Ish, yeah.
And everyone was there, including matriarch Chris, who was dressed like the $1 million each company made that day alone. Brand roll call!
Tonight I have on like Good American. I've got Skims on the inside. I'm drinking 818 like crazy. I have my makeup on, Highly Cosmetics.
Wow, every Kardashian brand was represented.
Did they leave out Rob's sock company?
Yeah, I'm sure Rob's sock employee was there.
Oh, stop. We all know it's probably an intern. Regardless, the employees got great gift bags which included Skims, candy canes, and candles, and they were all very grateful. Unlike at some other companies we know.
I will say this about our Christmas gifts every year. Why are they always branded with TMZ though? Because
always.
If you're gonna put TMZ on it, don't embroider it. It's too hard to rip out the threads.
Hey, we love our Christmas gifts. We just have a funny way of showing it. Congrats on getting richer and richer.
We love you as employees. Continue sporting this brand.
Kardashians.
Honestly, we love you guys so much.
That's funny. All right, moving on to the next one. Congresswoman Al Lawson weighs in on celeb accountability for FTX collapse. I feel like more TMZ videos should be like this. It's just going up to Congress people and being like, what do you think about this? Instead of asking fucking Kanye West his opinion on things. Ask Congressman Al Lawson his opinion on things. I think that's a lot more responsible, in my opinion.
I know some celebrities did ads in
where some of the people like that follow the celebrities, went and, did the same thing. Should some of the celebrities take responsibility as well?
Well, I think it's hard to say now who all should be involved, and to a certain level that they was involved. And you had professional athletes and so forth investing in it. They lost money, millions of dollars. And so, I think everyone is probably a little bit to blame on the stuff because the way it was set up, it was the thing that going, and everybody was talking about. We've had it before the committee on a couple of times, but I've always been skeptical, very skeptical about it. But we're going to see what pan out as we keep moving forward.
So, what advice would you give to celebrities who endorsed, or who may endorse crypto at the, coming up now?
I think they need to be very careful. A lot of them make a lot of money, and it doesn't hurt them as much as it hurt the average consumer. And so, people sometimes follow them and say this is the right thing to do, especially if you got Steph Curry and some people like that. And so you just want them to be very careful and be cautious of what they're doing, because for them losing $1 million sometimes is not like a guy losing 100,000.
Sure enough. Thank you so much, Congressman.
All right.
Good answer. My girlfriend and I have been getting into this. Janny and Cody get into it on Sister. No, let's watch something else. That's funny. 90 Day Fiance. David's gonna be a monk. Let's check
I've
it out.
decided when we go to Thailand that I'm going to become a monk. In Thai culture, every man must become a monk, whether for a short period or a long period of time, because it's a rite of passage.
What are you actually doing?
Well, they'll shave the head and the
You
eyebrows.
just got a hair transplant.
It will grow out, God willing.
My dad can be a little vain, so the fact—
Oh, she's back in the picture. That's good. Like, I didn't know the daughter and all of them made up and stuff. That's great.
that he's ready to shave his head and eyebrows is a little shocking. What do you think he's gonna look like? A peanut. I don't see Dad being a monk of anything. He just woke up one morning and decided to be a monk.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
It's not. Wasn't one morning.
Really?
It's since we've come back.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you understand fully what being a monk going to be like. No sex, no drink, eat only 2 times a day. Not allowed to wear the shoes, no perfume, no underwear. Sleep at the temple, and be a monk, you cannot jack off. Yeah, you're not allowed to touch it. Yeah, like that. Your hand have to be away from your. That's a rule.
And she's like, and I seen you jack off every day, dude. I've seen it.
Dad, if that's what you want to do, I mean, we're here for it. If that's the vibe.
I've embraced the Thai culture, and I want you to be a part of that.
Kiki for the 2 roses. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Much love. My cousin likes you. Hey, that's cool. That's always fun. Everyone loves cousin love. I get it. That sounds weird. No, only in Florida do they like that. Sorry. All right. But thank you so much.
What do you mean?
You guys know we're going to Thailand in a couple weeks. I would like for you to go with us. And I want you to see where Annie grew up. I want you to see the village, not like going to the city and all the tourist places, but to see what life is like. And that way you can understand what we're trying to do with the kids. And there's so much that I want to accomplish with our families, and I want you and Aubrey to be a part of it. So would you guys like to go to Thailand with us?
Left it on a cliffhanger. Night Watch, treating combative patients. Let's check it out.
34-year-old male, Stacy, is having chest pains and not alert for a cold during the 8 fire. Also, Stacy has a dog with him.
Actually, this one's super long. Let's see what else, other ones we have. Night Watch, underage drinking. Let's check this one out.
Damn, that's a big crowd over there.
Oh, man.
Working Halloween night, you know it's gonna be busy. It's gonna be a lot of drunks.
One of them nights.
Rowdy.
The world.
But on the bright side, The citizens come out, they dress up, they enjoy themselves.
All right now.
And for me,
if a cop yelled at me from his car, I would shit my pants. I'd be like, "What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?" Even if it was something positive, I'd still shit my pants.
I look so young. Everybody thinks I'm always in a Halloween costume.
Oh, that's funny.
Let's go, man. Come on.
Like, no, I am really a cop. You're really getting arrested, sir. Stop it.
Attention. You gotta get rid of that.
Yeah, you can't drink alcohol.
Yeah, nothing like that. You gotta get rid of that. This ain't New Orleans, not Mardi Gras. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, you're 18 and you're drinking. Well, you know you can't drink.
Yeah.
So how'd you get the alcohol?
You have an ID on you?
It's in the car. No.
Says she doesn't have any ID.
What's your first name?
She got caught.
Sarah.
Sarah, step over this way.
Sarah, you have a middle name?
No, I don't.
You don't? What's your last name?
Marshall.
What's your date of birth?
Marshall.
07.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I guess. I don't know.
23, 1997.
She says she's 18, but she gives me a different date of birth that wasn't matching up.
I was about to say, when was the shot?
Girlfriend. Okay, well, you need to go stand over there. No, she's underage.
No, I'm gonna say, watch my girlfriend.
No, you need to go stand over here because we're talking to him.
I'm okay.
That's twice.
Am I being arrested?
You will be if you don't go stand over there while we're talking to girlfriend. The boyfriend is getting confrontational. I've given him every opportunity to step back, but he's not listening, and I have no choice but to put him in handcuffs. No, listen, nothing. You had the chance.
Look. I'll stand over there
No,
right now.
too late.
That's my girlfriend, sir. Please. I'll stand over there right now, okay, sir?
Too late.
Sir,
You had the chance.
Please, I was trying to stand for my girlfriend.
I don't know. I don't think he should have gotten arrested. He wasn't doing anything crazy.
Walking. Walk to the front of that police car.
Can I say something if you won't get mad?
Sure.
I lied to you.
You lied about what? Your name? I figured.
I'm sorry.
That's the law that you're breaking. Do you understand that?
Can I just please get the ride home from Uber?
No, absolutely not.
No, you lied to a cop now. I mean, fuck.
Why are you being like that?
Because you're underage. You're 17 because I'm allowing them.
Please.
She's 17? She's not even 18. Oh, fuck. That is horrible.
But I wasn't drinking at 17. I wasn't in Ybor at 17. I wasn't lying to the cops at 17. Okay? Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do anything.
Underage drinking and false name.
I'm not telling you who the I am.
Okay, lose the attitude.
Get the off.
Hey, relax.
Don't do
relax.
Shut the up.
Okay. Are you done? You're going home. She is going to jail, okay?
Come on. Stupid people. It is, dude. That's wild. Fucking 17 years old out on the town like that. Like, what are you doing? Go home. Take a nap. Jesus.
Talk to me. Are you okay?
Hey, what's her real name?
That's my girlfriend. She didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, yes, she did. She did do something wrong. She drinking underage. Is that not against the law?
How old is this guy?
And on top of that, she gave an officer who was trying to ask.
How old is this guy? He's bringing out a 17-year-old out on the town. I'm curious about that, for real. I bet you he's not 17.
To really help her out, a false name. So is that not wrong?
What is her real name? So after questioning her boyfriend, we were able to find out her real name. We're taking her to juvie so her parents can pick her up.
Now listen, here's the deal. I'm gonna make between me and you man to man. Next time a law enforcement officer tells you to do something, then do it. Simple.
She goes, you're just mad because I call you an ugly ass. I'm like, no, I'm not mad.
She called you that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. It's not personal.
You have to have
nothing personal.
Have thick skin to work in this profession because people are gonna call you everything but the child of God. I'm pretty sure if she was sober, she would probably be a totally different girl.
Be safe, be strong. Let's do this.
Get that stretcher in here.
You're gonna bleed.
No, now me, I wouldn't take that little disrespect. Not me personally. Police department says that they're going to start live streaming body camera footage. And honestly, I don't know if that's a good or bad idea. All I know is the donations on that in the chat in those live streams are going to be so cringy. It's just going to be like Facebook moms and dads sucking like the dicks of the cops that they're watching, you know? Let's be honest. Like that, like who's going to donate to a live stream of a police officer? And now me personally, I would play Storm.
Left on 16th Street.
In Birmingham, Alabama, a police chase.
Be advised, he's going through somebody's backyard. He's going to cause some serious property damage, radio.
And like more and more of them, it's on camera. The difference? This chase is streaming live from Officer Frederick Wesley's body camera.
As soon as I spotted him, I immediately cut on the camera and it captured everything from beginning to end.
The man bails, the pursuit ends.
Today, I'm almost done.
Suspect in custody. No one seriously hurt, and later Wesley says he finds a gun.
I didn't know what he was going to do. He could have possibly tried to ram me, or he could have, he could have ever used that firearm right then and there. So I wanted everything to be captured from the moment that I immediately saw him.
Not just captured on memory card like most body cameras, but fed back live to the real-time crime center at police headquarters. Here, they conduct the policing version of instant replay, or quarterbacking a scene.
We have a house that we've surrounded maybe on a burglary, and there's too many officers on one side of the house. We can reallocate those resources because we
Well, that's pretty smart. They're like, no, go to this
can
side.
see that video. Each body cam has a GPS in it.
The chief says it's not just officer safety, but transparency.
But war zone.
He can review what his officers did or didn't do before he leaves the office to talk to the community. For Officer Wesley, using the body camera is now routine. What are you doing? Walk me through that process.
Just basically just hit it twice. It activates. From here, it's recording, of course. Now, to know that it's being streamed live.
So you feel in that point, hey, I hear those two beeps, I'm good to go. I'm back focused on my job. I really don't.
I don't know. Is it? I might check it out then.
Don't need to think about this anymore. I know I'm going to be okay.
I had to update it, I think.
Right.
Birmingham police say it's
I updated Warzone while I was waiting today. If not, I'll play Fortnite another day.
not just about transparency with these cameras, but about officer safety and making their investigations better too. But privacy experts say they have their concerns.
The purpose of body cameras is to serve as an independent evidence of what went down when something traumatic happens. It's for evidence and accountability. It's not to provide the police with roaming government surveillance cameras.
Are these cameras continually streaming back and live?
No, they're not. So they're only activated by us, and when it is activated remotely, the officer is given an alert.
Back in Wesley's office, he can review his own video off the cloud, making cases more accurate.
You know what that could mean, the difference between someone being found guilty and not guilty.
Law enforcement agencies across the country now weighing the benefits and the risks of going live with this new technology. Tom Winter, NBC News, Birmingham, Alabama.
I think they should do it.
Thanks.
There's no disadvantage of doing it. All right, so this is Rutgers has a hazing incident. I thought hazing was over. I think hazing should just be like, oh, you smoke too much weed.
Rutgers is at the center of a new hazing lawsuit. 19-year-old Armand Runty was severely injured 9 months ago while pledging Theta Chi at the campus in New Brunswick. The suit says he fell down a flight of stairs and suffered several skull fractures after consuming life-threatening amounts of alcohol. The suit also alleges the fraternity members waited 3 hours to get him help and then tried to conceal evidence in the case.
He's had major surgery. He hasn't been able to return to school. He has not returned to normal function.
Theta Chi says it won't comment on pending litigation, but told ABC News that they have a, quote, strict policy against hazing during any part of the fraternal experience. Rutgers has a policy that says no alcohol shall be present at Greek activities.
Wild. That is wild for sure. Man casually orders fast food amid parking lot brawl.
It's two arguing young women who have spilled out into the restaurant's parking lot, providing a surreal backdrop to a customer's drive-through order.
Yeah, can I have 3 chicken soft tacos fresco style?
Did you also just start a chicken or original chicken?
I think original chicken.
Can I get you anything else? Like a drink?
Yeah, can I have a large Diet Coke?
That's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
And
nice
can I have a
light
chicken
bar.
quesadilla?
Okay.
Those
As the two
fucking
brawlers tangle
firefighters just walking over casually.
over goodness knows what.
That's it.
Some local firefighters try to break it up.
Everything else going correct for you?
Yeah.
No, I thank you. Please report a second window.
The women are eventually separated,
Let them fight.
though it takes a while.
Dude, they would have killed each other back there. Let's be honest, man.
And even more firefighters.
Hey, break this up.
Dinner and a show for $10. Drive-thrus really do have it all.
I think a
All right, let's see. Oh, pure chaos during intense bust of drug addict by Dog the Bounty Hunter.
This is him, Christopher Nuanez.
This is driving while ability impaired and drugs.
So he's on dope, pulled over.
Oh yeah, and this is
fuck, I
a
forgot
piece of
to
work
attack.
here.
God
This
damn
is
it.
a $15,000 bond. It was for drugs. I've given him a chance before. He failed to
All right.
appear. I realize he has a problem, and now he's pissed me off. This is his mother.
Bernadette?
His mother definitely knows where he's at. There's no doubt in my mind.
Not only is Chris on bond, but Bernadette's on bond, and the stepdad Joey's on bond. Chris's mom, Bernadette, and his stepfather, Joe, are both on bond with Mary Ellen. So Mary Ellen is revoking their bonds. Because if they're gonna hide the kid, they're gonna hide theirself. Then you got not one bond going bad, you got 3 bonds going bad.
First of all, they violated their bond conditions because they have moved without notifying me or the court.
Right.
Now we know that Bernadette is aiding in Christopher's escape, so my bond has obviously increased in risk. Okay, this is on Joe. And then my co-signer on Joe is Bernadette. These cases need to be resolved or we'll be chasing them soon.
Okay, let's go get him. You see that? A lot of assault. This guy's gonna fight. Just put him down quick. Okay, listen, we have a 6-month, 8-month-old baby in here. No mace. Skin on skin.
No mace. Do not mace the baby.
Hawaiian style, Justin. No mace.
Just beat the fuck out of the baby. Do not mace him.
Bernadette. Hi. We need a visit.
You're under arrest! You're under arrest! Get your fucking mouth!
Yeehaw! Come this Come on, brother. Yeah.
Both of you have to go to jail.
Why?
Because we can no longer trust you on the bond.
I don't know where he is.
It doesn't matter.
Take us both up at the same time.
Take us both up at
Where's my daughter going? Welfare, social services, crackhead. Look at this.
He's just roasting him.
This is what I was laying on. See that crack pipe we was rousting on right there?
You need to give up Chris.
I don't know where
Okay,
he's at,
then I
Bob.
can't help you.
I swear to God, I don't know where he's
Bernadette,
at.
but I'm not your bondsman.
He was stabbing me with this crack pipe. I thought it was a knife. Get something, put that pipe on it.
I wish Joe wouldn't have fought like that. You all right? Huh?
No, I'm not all right.
This is so bad. Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm right. Here.
Are you sure?
Here's what he was stabbing me with.
Okay, but let me
Now show it to the son of a bitch.
No, I want to show it to this son of a bitch. Okay, the game just changed, sister. Oh, your old man is stabbing my husband with this? We're giving this to social services.
No, but
How you
I haven't
crackhead?
done
You're
nothing.
gonna get a piss
I
test, and if
haven't
you're
done
dirty,
anything.
that
Get
kid
me
is
one.
gone.
Papa, give me one.
Fingerprints. Let's see who's
No,
there.
get him, that's fine.
Don't you worry. I'm gonna.
Okay, listen, we need to go because I want these dope smoking
in jail.
You are a crackhead.
Load him up and let's go.
Dude, instead of Scared Straight, they should just show this to kids, you know? Just Dog the Bounty Hunter beating the fuck out of someone and then calling him a crackhead.
You think that's all right? You got a crack pipe in the house with your daughter. That's all right?
Oh, he's gonna fingerprint it, he said.
You tried to stab me with it, bro.
It was in my back pocket, and I pulled it out when we were on the ground.
Listen.
I broke it in my hand. I didn't want that to go to jail.
You need to go back to the rehab. You maybe got a chance at life because you ain't a bad-looking man.
You know what? You know where I become a man? Is to admit that 3 days ago, I got a babysitter for my daughter at my cousin's so I could try around with speed again, and I asked for help today, okay? On an outpatient program.
Listen.
Because I was afraid I was going to slip back into the system, man.
Don't you think you're just getting help right now? This little ride and all the you meeting us? That's the best help God could give you.
Oh, Mary Ellen, please.
I doubt it. Mary Ellen's going to talk to you. Punched her in the head. Joe wants to talk to Mary. Can you hear me, Beth?
He threatened me today, and he's going to jail now.
I know I threatened you, but Mary Ellen, I wouldn't do anything to you, and I am so sorry.
Remember last night, Joe, you told me you begged me to put Bernadette in jail. You know what, Joe?
Shit.
You and I have nothing to talk about. Over.
Oh.
Little bastard, Chris. Her life's up.
That old lady did not give a fuck. All right, guys. Let's switch it over to Warzone now. Let's change it. Let's